clase. Soy Senor Fritz, Mrs. Fritz here, just to let you know what you're going to do. Sorry I can't be here today. Hopefully I'll be back to school on Monday. Just a few things that you need to get done before you leave and things that you're supposed to have finished before you came to class. The video blog information on Maria Laura, the Quizlet on Así se dice uno, the vocab words that we will be practicing, and Así se dice uno extensión dos. That's a practice with the vocab that we have. For your para empezar today, please go to Quizlet, review the vocab, and then in your notebooks, write a complete sentence with everything that you can that applies to you. Start your sentence with soy. So my example there is soy artista. I could have added more, but I only had the one. You don't have to draw a picture like I have a picture there. So you would say like soy artista or soy estudiante, soy compañero, vegetariano. Just write out ways to describe yourself. Your goals for today are to be able to tell people about who you are and understand who others are in Spanish. Okay. For the video blog for Maria Laura, por favor, watch Maria Laura here. You should just have to click on the link and it will take you to Maria Laura for her, and then answer these questions. To answer these questions in Canvas, there is a Google Doc that is called Practica, or it's called Semana 7, Practice Activities. Log in and you're going to type your answers directly onto that Google Doc, and then you can send it to me when you are finished. For the next thing, you're going to click on the little icon there where the arrow is pointing to do a listening activity, and then you have to go through and decide which one of these is that person talking about. So just a little bit, we have soy bilingüe, I am bilingual. Soy estudiante, I am a student. Soy Latino or soy Latina, I am Latino or Latina. Soy guitarrista, soy poeta, soy atleta. Please notice there's words underneath them also, like soy bilingüe says me gusta hablar en español y inglés. I like to speak Spanish and English. Me gusta estudiar for soy estudiante. I like to study. Soy Latino or Latina. Me gusta vivir en dos culturas. I like to live in the two cultures. Soy guitarrista. Me gusta tocar la guitarra. I like to play the guitar. Soy poeta. Me gusta escribir poemas. I like to write poems. Soy atleta. Me gusta practicar deportes. I like to practice sports. Right. On your paper, you have some questions that you need to answer. So, por favor, open up or go to your paper, and I will ask you those questions out loud, but they are actually written down there for you also. You just have to, like it shows in the model on that slide, it shows you, ¿eres bilingüe? Are you bilingual? Then you're going to respond by typing out, sí, soy bilingüe. Yes, I am bilingual, or no, no soy bilingüe. I am not bilingual. For that, when you have the no sentences, you need to use both no's. The first no is the actual no. The second no means not. Okay, so your questions are, and take time, pause the video if you need to, in between questions. Your questions are, ¿eres bilingüe? ¿Eres estudiante? ¿Eres latino? O ¿eres latina? Pay attention there. If you're a female, it's going to end in an A. If you're a male, it ends in an O. And ¿eres atleta? So answer those 4 questions in the box that's on the Google Doc. For this one, you also have this chart on the Google Doc where it says yo. You're going to fill in the information about yourself. And all you have to do is write sí if it's something to describe you, or no if it's something that does not. So for example, guitarrista, a guitar player. I am not a guitar player, so I would put no under yo. Bilingüe, I could say sí because yes, I am bilingual. I can speak 2 languages. So then you're going to ask 3 other people those questions. You're going to ask, ¿Eres guitarrista? And they're going to say, sí, soy guitarrista, or no, no soy guitarrista. And then all you have to write or type in the box is sí or no, depending on how the person answers you. This slide is just the example slide of how to ask those questions. I will let the sub know in class that you need time to speak with each other a little bit, that you have to interview each other about what you like or what you do and who you are out loud in Spanish. All right, por favor, for this one, in the next spice in the words or in the Google Doc, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the words that are the left-hand side of slide 10 and choose 3 of them and decide what you think they mean. You have actor, actriz, artista, bailarín, bailarina, bloguero, bloguera, ciclista, entrenador, entrenadora, gimnasta, fotógrafo, fotógrafa, futbolista, vegetariano, vegetariana, voluntario, or voluntaria. Choose 3 of them, and what do you think they mean? Most of them look like the English word. The only one that does not is entrenador or entrenadora. That is a coach or a trainer. So then the next thing you're going to do, it says, identidades adicionales, ¿cuántas palabras entiendes? How many words do you understand? Use that list of words that you just looked at to label each of those pictures. There's an area on the Google Doc for you to do that also. And then the last thing is using those words, describe yourself. Who are you? Are you a volunteer? Are you a sorry guys. Are you a football player? Are you a photographer? If you are none of those, you can go back to how we used the no soy, I am not, at an earlier activity. So you could say no soy bailarina. For this one, I am going to post a video for you to watch. But for this, read the short little dialogue there. Can you figure out what eres means? Can you figure out what soy means? And then in the chart, what does yo mean? What does tú mean? What about él or ella? Then we have here, Sofía es artista. El señor Brown no es estudiante. El señor Brown es profesor. What does es mean? What is that sentence doing? So part of your notes is this last box here that just showed up. In the Google Doc, there's an area for you to type this in. You will have yo, and then it says verb, and the last thing it says is I am. So where it says verb, you're going to copy down soy, and then where it says English, you write I am. Yo, soy, and I am go together. You can use this little chart, or you can also use the video that I'm going to add for you to watch to get that chart figured out. And then the last thing I need you to do is to change or to copy down this chart in your notes and what they mean. We just talked about soy, that yo or I is soy. For tú, you, which means you use eres. But then for he or she, él and ella, you use es. That's he or she is. We've also talked about tener and then the verb llamar. In llamar was when we learned como te llamas and me llamo. My name is. So the me llamo, my name is, goes with the yo or I because you're talking about yourself. Te llamas goes with you. Or tú because you're asking somebody else. And then se llama would be the he or she form. Tengo blank años. We talked about age. I am so many years old. Tengo 15 años. Then the question was, ¿cuántos años tienes? And then to change it for he or she, it is tiene blank años. That you are going to need for this next step is that bottom, which is why I have it highlighted in yellow for you. Then you have a project that's going to be due 2 weeks from Friday. So it's that Friday right before we leave for fall break. You're going to present a Latino famoso or Latina famosa to the class. Step one right now is to answer these questions about that other person. So some of these questions may seem new, but think about the questions that you have already answered about yourself. So, número uno, ¿cómo se llama? Answer. What is that person's name? For dos, ¿de dónde es? Where are they from? Put these in complete sentences. Say his or her name is. He or she is from. ¿Cuándo es su cumpleaños? When is his or her birthday? ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old is they? If the person is dead, just use how old they were when they died. ¿Quién es? Use the descriptions that we've been working on. So, futbolista, actor, actriz, vegetariano, ciclista, atleta. There are a lot of options you can use. And then tell me finally, where did you get that information? There is a list in your online textbook, but there's also a list in Google or in the Canvas class of some famous Latinos. Just go in and try to find them. And if you have any questions, please send me an email. I may or may not be available when you send me the email, but I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So please be patient with me. I am off because I have to take care of some things at home with my son. So I will say adios, hasta luego. I'll hopefully see you next week.